All right. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in rage and anger, gave orders to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-nego. Then these men were brought before the king. Nebuchadnezzar began speaking and said to them, "Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-nego, that you do not serve my gods, nor worship the golden statue that I have set up? Now, if you are ready at the moment you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, trigon, psaltery, and bagpipe, and all kinds of musical instruments, to fall down and worship the statue that I have made, very well. But if you do not worship, you will immediately be thrown into the midst of a furnace of blazing fire. And what God is there who can rescue you from my hands?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abed-nego replied to the king, "Nebuchadnezzar, we are not in need of an answer to give you concerning this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to rescue us from the furnace of blazing fire, and he will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if he does not, let it be known to you, O king, that we are not going to serve your gods nor worship the golden statue that you have set up." All right. So this is interesting. The first thing I want to point out here, so when Nebuchadnezzar builds this statue and gives this decree, he doesn't even realize they're not complying.
Yeah.
Right? They're just not compliant.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't go make some kind of formal complaint or some kind of stand or post all over Facebook, you
Right.
know, like how they weren't going to comply with this. They simply didn't comply
Yeah.
because they weren't going to, right?
Yeah.
Now, the king is angry and he confronts them and says, "Look, is this true? I'm going to give you a chance. We're going to do this again. And if you're ready to comply, then do it.
Yeah.
If not, I'm going to throw you in there. And you know what? Nobody can save you from my hands."
What God will be able to rescue you from my hand? Well, the same God that just told you your dream.
Yeah. The God that you said was the Lord of Kings.
Yeah.
Right?
That God.
That God, yeah. And I love how they respond. They say, "We have no need to answer you." And, you know, this is really telling. I also love it too. Like in my version, I don't know how it reads in yours, but in my translation here, they replied to the king, "Nebuchadnezzar." They just called him by his name. They didn't call him king. They just said, "Nebuchadnezzar, we are."
In my version, they say King Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably.
Sorry, I messed it up.
No, he's fine. So it's probably not a thing there, but like, to me, I was like, "Oh wow, that's funny." But they go in and they say, "We are not in need of an answer to give you concerning this matter." Basically, they're like, we don't have to answer to you.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that we need to say. We don't need to come up with an excuse. We don't need to do any of that. We're going to tell you plainly, and we're going to do so unashamedly.
Right.
Right? And they're like, "Look, we serve a God that will save us and can save us if he so chooses.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't, it's not because he's not strong enough to deliver us.
Right.
It's because he chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
And either way, you lose."
Yeah.
Because we would rather worship a God who will allow us to be thrown into the fire because he is the true God
Yeah.
than to worship a false idol made by the hands of man.
Right.
Right? And so they just say it plainly.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it says a lot. I think there's a lot we can learn from how they do this.
Yeah, and I think that is interesting. That they say, if God chooses, great. If not, we understand it. We'll be better off because we'll be in heaven.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. They don't say that, but that's kind of what you can think with what they're thinking.
Yeah. We'll go to our God.
Yeah.
You know.